Yes, sir. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Yep, it was coming. It was coming. I knew it. I felt it. I felt that shit coming. I knew that shit was coming. I knew it was coming. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for the follow. If y'all want to know more knowledge about this and everything that we're talking about, please follow me. And also, please follow my YouTube. Know what I'm saying? If you want to learn more about these things that we're speaking about, uh, you want to break free out of this indoctrination, follow my YouTube and follow me on TikTok. That's all you got to do. I had to end that last live because I knew it was coming. I felt the reporting. I felt all them clicking the report button. I knew it was coming. So that's why I had ended that live, because I knew what they was doing. This shit, my stuff was messing up. I was like, yeah, they reporting. They reporting. So like I said, follow me on YouTube. I just reached 1,000. Yeah, the anxiety. Yes, the anxiety. I felt it. No. Because every time I felt it, it actually did happen. Every time I did this for real, when we start talking about critical things and certain words have been said, I know the report button is being hit. I got a lot of people that hate me for real. So, like I said, I had to do that just to clean the shit up. I had to do that so I could say that live and I could put it on my YouTube. That live was cold. It still is cold. It still is cold. Now, if the people are still there, if they want to get back in, they can come back in. But continuing, yes, for a fact, like I had said, those people are from the subterranean level. We do not come from the same origin. If you sit up here believing that we all come from one ancestor, that we all come from primates and we hominins and all this other mess, you're out of there. You're gone. You're finished. Like for real, there's nothing about this earth you truly know because you're being indoctrinated and you're so gullible to the things that you was taught in school and you're so gullible to the things that you see on social media and then most importantly from the scientific community, which is really pseudoscience community. No, they're annihilating themselves. They literally are annihilating themselves, and their own women is doing it for them. Look at this interracial stuff. Look at what's going on. Majority of every single nation on this earth desire, sorry to say, the melanated man of America. And that's facts. Passport Bros is showing this proof. We showing this proof here in America, even though we not passport bros and all this other mess. The world desires the American original man. And the ones that's ruling right now, their women is starting to rebel against their own counterpart. And they're desiring the ones that they've been oppressing for years and years. The women, they own for their own, what they call it. I'm not going to say those words. But it's going to happen because they choosing us. And they're not, and here's the funny thing. America is so corrupt. America is so corrupt. When they come and mix with us, they're not teaching their children these racist beliefs because they love the way how we are. They love our culture. They love the way we talk. They try to copy our actions. Everything about us they copy. So what happens when you're taking on that persona for a long period of time when you're with this guy or with this woman, know what I'm saying? And y'all produce a child. This child is for to grow up in that culture. This child is not for the desire, that old racist mentality. That child is going to continue to mix back in with black people. So therefore, this little gimmick of this interracial agenda that you try to produce is going to fail. It's going to fail because all nations of the earth desire the melanated man of America. And they're going to see riches don't matter. Money doesn't matter. because they see we are loving, we are caring, and highly protective. Yes, we are aggressive. Yes, we can be a little disrespectful. Yes, we can be a little controlling. But guess what? Guess what? They still love it. Even though they talk against it, they still love it. Because you know what? They still want us. They still want us. So their agendas, as far as, it's falling down on them. It ain't no eliminating us. You're going to have to nuke. You're going to have to drop a nuke. You're going to have to drop a nuke. Because that's the only way you're going to stop us. Hell, that's probably not even going to stop us either. It's probably not even going to stop us either. Well, like I said, that joint is true. There's no such thing as a Neanderthal. It's only wood wolves. It's only wild men. It's only subterranean. There is no such thing as no Neanderthal. Nobody did not come from no monkey bone. And if you think you came out, if you believe in an Africa theory, you automatically saying I came from primates. Hominins. Hominins. So let's go. Let's continue from where I left off. Let's go. I told you the whole point of this, this lie, the outer African theory is a lie. DNA ancestry test is a lie. Native Americans isn't the original Americans. That word right there was not rulers, nor masters, nor noble ones of colonial times. Melanated people is the original to all nations of the earth. Again, there's no such thing as evolution. Evolution is the progression of learning skills and knowledge. Evolution is changing oneself for the better. That has nothing to do with mutations. When you're morphing into something that doesn't look like the former you, that is mutations. That is not evolutions. They tricked you and gave you the word evolution and took away mutation. If they literally said the first humans did not look like the modern human today, then you mutated. How did you mutate? Because if you got this form today, then that means the modern human already been here while you was primates. So who was that modern human? What form did they have? It had to been this phenotype. It had to been this complexion of many shades of brown. And it only had to been woolly hair. Because the natural hair is woolly hair. The natural hair is woolly hair. Straight hair came later. Natural hair, the beginning hair is woolly hair. Where did the straight hair come from? Where did the bugs in the hair come from? Where did it come from? Because newsflash to the other nations, we don't get bugs in our hair. And if you think we get bugs in our hair, you're lying. And if you're going to sit up here and tell other black people, I saw black people with bugs in their hair, it must have been ants because they must have fell on the ground. Because you ain't seen no lights in our head. You might as well break that myth because we do not get lice, my friend. We do not. And we do not put on sunscreen, my friend. We do not. And we do not get skin cancer from the sun. We do not. We get skin cancer from food. Things like lupus. Know what I'm saying? So break the myth. Because it's not true. You cannot speak for us. Only we could speak for ourselves. Only we can tell you what goes on with us. Sickle cells, all other nations get sickle cells too. It's not prominent in us. Only met one black person that has sickle cells. Only met one black person that has sickle cells. One black person. Out of my 28 years, only met one black person that has sickle cells. How many so-called, all black people on this live right now, how many people did you meet in your life that had sickle cells? They say it's prominent in us. How many of y'all met somebody that had sickle cells that share the same complexion as you? About one? Big T said zero. I only met one. I said melanated people. 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1. Don't pretend like you're black. Please don't pretend like you're black, because I see some of y'all out there pretending like you're black. I said melanated people. I seen that whole pale man face. Talk about some I see the whole pale man face. Say, gotta say some 2 or 3. Boy, they y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. Some of y'all good people. Some of y'all genuinely funny, for real. But back to it. Let's go. Like I said, the out of Africa theory. If you're a person that got sickle cells, I could tell you how to eliminate it. All you do got to take herbs that does cell regeneration and become a raw vegan. Become a raw vegan and grow your food and eat majority from your garden. That's all you got to do. Don't eat acidic fruits, because actually sickle cells, it's a man-made disease. It's passed down through genetics, and how it's passed down through genetics is because of the food that we eat that is GMO. Us, as the melanin people of America, we eat the most GMO foods. So therefore, it's going to cause some terrible things in our genetics passed down to our children. It's not that sickle cell thing. It's an artificial thing created by eating foods. And that stuff can pass down to your children from the GMO modified stuff or whatever. Creates weak cells, sharp blood cells, all that BS. We all know these diseases is fallacies. They're man-made diseases. Yes, you can eat foods and it can affect your child. It can affect your child at birth. It can affect your child while forming. That's why you don't eat certain stuff. But it's possible to give your child sickle cells while they're forming. It's because of the things you eat. My bad. Let me take that back. It's not genetically passed down. It's from the stuff that you're eating during pregnancy. It's from the things that you're eating during pregnancy. And they try to tell you it's a genetic passed down thing. Just like how they lied to you and told you that diabetes is a genetic passed down thing. No, it's not. Just like how they say heart disease is a genetic passed down thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. No disease is not genetically passed down. Diseases is not genetic. It's not genetic. Diseases is not in your DNA. You was made perfect. You was made clean. You was made clean before you even entered this earth. That was created by the stuff that we consume through the ignorance of our women and our men. Yes, it can affect us too. Our sperm and all that mess, that stuff can get in our sperm and it can affect the child just like that too. It ain't just the women, it's us too. We both got to eat right. Responsibilities come from both sides. But you got both sides eating GMO foods, going to freaking Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Wendy's, eating nothing this genetic modified mess day in and day out. Come on now. Our children are bound to have some type of problem with them. Literally all of us. Like, it don't even have to be a disease. It could be from a mental state of being unstable, easily influenced, things like that. I mean, it could be anything from a mental state to a soul state to a physical state. Anything can happen. I saw a video a few years ago. It's being injected into the bloodstreams. That's crazy. Please send it to my Instagram if you could find that. Did we not come from Africa? When you say we, who? Because I'm not your bloodline. I know my bloodline did not come from Africa. Did your bloodline come from Africa, and do you have proof? My bloodline came from 3 places. Original American, original Wales, and original Scots. And all of them were black people. I have no African record. I have no African transfer record. I only have one documented slave in my family on my mother's side, and they was related. And they both was on the Cherokee Dawes rolls. Mother was named Absalom Urquhart, and she was on the Cherokee Dawes rolls. Her daughter was a slave to the mother, and she was labeled as the N-word. Now, after the Cherokee Dawes roll, I seen a regular census that labeled Absalom Urquhart as the N-word. So the Cherokee was labeled as the N-word, and her daughter was the N-word. And that's not even a real name. It's really Kitawa. Cherokee is a false government nation because they couldn't pronounce it correctly. So they made a new nation called Cherokees. They only made 5 new nations: Choctaw, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Seminole, and I forgot the other one. But they all false government nations because they couldn't pronounce it right. So they changed the original names of these nations. Therefore, they created new nations. That's how you got the Native Americans in these new Indian nations. These are not even real nations. Cherokee is not a real nation. It's Kitawa or Chickasaw. You need to go research it. If you say you come from the Cherokee, you need to go research the real name of it because you're carrying the governmental false one. There's over 15,000 tribes that was here, and there's even more that was even recognized. Recognized by who? Recognized by who? I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. They all related. All these nations, all the Indian nations of today, especially if you was on the other side, if you got proof that your ancestors was on the other side of Mississippi. When I say the other side of Mississippi, I'm talking about Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of those Indians have intermingled together. They had to intermingle together. We was at war. Our ancestors was at war and they was kicking their tail, but we lost through paper genocide. These Indians went to court and the judge literally told them, "You are extinct," while that tribe was right there in their face. This really happened. Go research Walter Plecker. Walter Plecker reclassified all Indians that did not want to go to Oklahoma. He called them all the N-words. He classified them as all colored. All Indians that did not want to go to Oklahoma, they was classified as colored and N-words. Now, I want you to go to your fellow Native American that y'all know of and ask them, is your descendants in Oklahoma or relatives in Oklahoma? And ask them, do you have any family members that did not want to relocate to Oklahoma? And if they say yes, ask them on their birth certificate, if they have a birth certificate, ask them, is the word color or N-word on their documentation? If they say no, boom, you got it. You got it. Because it is factual that the Congress renamed all Indians that did not want to relocate to Oklahoma as N-words and colors and mulattoes. It's factual. And no Native American was not called neither one of those. Walter Plecker. Let me bring him up. I'll bring him up. If y'all want to research Walter Plecker, please go to the Internet Archives and do your research. Do not click the first thing you see on Google. That is so stupid. People that research like that, I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry, you're slow. Do not go on Google and screenshot the first thing you see. I'm telling you how to research. Go to the website called Internet Archives. Go to Internet Archives, type in the name or keywords such as like Walter Plecker or the word Swarthy. It's going to pull up all books, even all the way to the 13th century. Read the damn books, people. Stop going to articles that was written by people that's not even experts. In these articles, they say shit like an expert said, and they don't even tell you the expert name. This expert could be Joey Badass, a rapper. This expert could be freaking Kim Kardashian. An expert. They just say an expert. They don't tell you an expert in what. They do not proceed to tell you the name of these experts in these articles. People, stop being gullible. Start thinking for yourself. There's nothing wrong with going outside of the box. There's nothing wrong. Again, there's nothing wrong with challenging your own indoctrinated beliefs, because those are not your beliefs. Those indoctrinated beliefs. Those are beliefs that was given to you and you started believing it. Those wasn't your own beginning beliefs. Your real belief is what ifs. What if until you find out. But until you find out by doing the real research, not somebody giving you an article and saying, here, look, a bogus article. Y'all really got to let's take 20 minutes out your day. Go find one book on the Internet Archives that talks about the thing that you're looking for, and let this be a homework. Let it be before 1850. Y'all hate them long ass books. And some of y'all hate them books that got cursive too. This is going to challenge your ass. Go in the archives, look at those books before the 1850s. Go look at memoirs and stuff that challenge your thing, especially during the time of slavery. You're going to see everything you believe was a freaking lie. That's what I do. You can ask my wife. That's what I do. I got nothing but collections of books. I got over 500 books in my Google Drive right now that mainly talk about colonial time, America, Indians, pseudoscience, alternative history, things like that. That's what I like to look into. And this is another big reason why people don't like debating me, because they run their ass to Google and click an article. I'll pull up a whole book and they be like, man, nobody don't believe that. Who? Tell me the author of that book. Oh, he was racist. Okay. You believe the African theory? Alfred Wigner, he was racist. Charles Darwin was racist. Louis Agassiz was racist. Thomas Malthus was racist. Who created outer space theory? Who created that? He was racist. The founders of NASA was racist. I can go on and on. So you can't use he was a racist theory on me. You can't use the racist comment on me. They all was racist. They all was racist. So that's a foolish statement. That's the worst thing you could say to me when debating me. Oh, he was racist. But you don't try to challenge the book. That's how I whoop your ass in debating all the time. Especially Pan-Africans. Pan-Africans, you still got zeros against me. You still don't got no dub on me. Native Americans, boy, y'all don't even challenge me. That's how I know how real I am. Cause y'all know I'm gonna whoop y'all. But I'm gonna turn this off real quick. I'm going to bring this up. I'm gonna show y'all how to properly research. Y'all been to college. Some of y'all been to college. A lot of y'all took what was it? Writing Comp 1 and 2? Writing Comp 1 and 2? Or reading comprehension or some crap like that? I'm trying to turn off these effects. Y'all took Writing Comp 1 and 2, where you have to write a paragraph and cite the source and put the little number of what the book and the number of the author and all the other crap at the end inside of parentheses or quotes and things like that. Y'all have to do that. Y'all have to do that. If you was in college. Now, if you wasn't in college, you ain't gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. But I went to college, and yes, I do have a degree. And that degree don't mean nothing because it's just indoctrination. A degree doesn't make you smart. Intelligent. A degree does not make you intelligent. It just means you're indoctrinated in that field of what you was looking for. What you were studying. But you will go to this website right here. It's called Internet Archives. This book is connected to, this website is connected to dang near every single library, every single documentary. I'm talking about documentaries even up to the 1900s, early 1900s, 1910 and stuff. When you got the little documentaries that's black and white and stuff, they got all this stuff on here, my guy. They even got apps all the way from when Nokia first popped off. They got all this stuff. The American libraries. We got the Library of Congress on here. We even got some Islamic sermons, the Islamic histories that you're not even going to find on Google, my guy. You're going to find a lot of stuff on here. A lot. All right. So, like I said, the name of this website is called Internet Archives. You go here to research. So, I'm going to just type in something simple. What was I talking about? Like, for example, if you want to know Charles Darwin, if you want to read up on Charles Darwin and the racist bull crap that he did, you would type in Charles Darwin, right? You'll type in Charles Darwin right there. Now, the first section right here where it says search the metadata, that's going to bring up all the books, right? If you click the second one that says search text, it's going to pull up all books and articles, videos, anything that's talking about Charles Darwin. If you same thing with this, search TV news, search radio transcript, search archive websites. It's going to bring up every single thing. This is the ultimate way of researching. This is how you whoop people in debates. Now, I like to tell people, the older the source, the better. The older the source, the less influenced it is. The more modern the source, the more influenced it is. That's why I don't read no Pan-African books, because it's heavily influenced. So, like, for example, here go all the books. I click Charles Darwin. I click search. And it brought up all this talking about Charles Darwin. But I want something from the time when Charles Darwin was popping off. So I'm going to go over here. I don't want no modern book of Charles Darwin. I want something in the 18th century. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, right, to the left, and I'm going to click year. Well, I'm going to click more that's under the year column, right? And you see that? I got all the way from 2009. I mean, not 2009, from up to 2015, all the way back. So I want to go all the way over here and see what they got. I see 1815, 1810. Let me go up a little more. I'm going to click the one that says, I know that's fallacies if they talk about Charles Darwin in the 1700s, because he was a popping off in the 1700s. I'm going to click 1810, 1822, 1822, 1823, 1808. I'm going to click everything pretty much that's 18 whatever. And then I'm going to click apply filters. And it's going to bring me anything that's talking about Charles Darwin. So it says transactions of the Linnean Society of London. It's going to bring me books that's talking about Charles Darwin. The Philosophy in Natural History. What is this? All right, so it's going to give me this book. When was this book published? It was published 1790 and 1799. So what would this book talk about? I know Charles Darwin couldn't be in this book, but this is, I guess, talking about something similar. But this is how you research crap or whatever. Even though I just did a horrible job because they didn't tell me nothing about Charles Darwin. So let me bring up one that I know. Verrazano, Giovanni di Verrazano. He was the first expeditioner that came to North America, and he documented the first Indian he seen, and he said that they look just like the Ethiopians. So I'm going to click search metadata for Verrazano, and I already got some pretty old books that's popping up already. So I got, here we go. The oldest book one of the oldest book of the time. It says it was public. The public date was 1875, but the topics is Verrazano Giovanni died 1485 through 1528. So this is one of the oldest books that you can find on Giovanni di Verrazano and his expedition, right? So this is how you do research and things like that. Right? So, I mean, that's pretty much, it's self-explanatory. Like if you want to search the certain keywords or anything in there, you will type it. You go to the side over here, and you will click. You know what I'm saying? You will type your word of what you want to look for in this book. It will take you straight over here. For example, I looked up the word swarthy. So I found a word in here that says swarthy. And it says in Roger Williams, partaking in the same idea as Pring that the swarthy color was accidental. And testifies almost in the same language Captain Smith and yada 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? This is what it tells me about this. But that's how you like research on the Internet Archives. It's called the Internet Archives. Internet Archives. That's how you research. Now go out there and make your content. Go make your content. Right? But, like I said, I was in this book. Out of Africa theory is false. Earlier, y'all was saying that, hey, the bones in America is older, but why don't they talk about it? It's because it goes against Darwinism and the origins of white people. Remember, Darwinism talks about the origin of white people. It's not the origins of black people. They trying to find their origins. Whenever they find a bone that they know is not them, they hide it or destroy it because they know it's an N-word bone. Right? So here we go. It says more finds made in the last century were similarly reported and promptly forgotten. The Saturday Herald of Iowa City carried an article that on April 10th, 1867, human remains and artifacts were brought to the light at Rocky Point Mine in Gilman, Colorado. It says at a depth of 400 feet below the surface, excavators found human bones embedded in a silver vein. Along with these bones was found a well-tempered copper arrowhead. And it says, as best as can be calculated, the vein in which the items were situated were 135 million years old by the present geological standards. And this book, it goes way in depth. It goes way in depth on it. Let me download the book in real time for y'all. It says, what was the name of the book again? What's the name of the book? It was called America Forbidden Histories. America Forbidden Histories, or history or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. Don't ever. I'm gonna let y'all know. Unless the book is brand new, it's okay to buy it. But don't ever buy your books, people. Don't ever buy a book. You could actually find these books online and get them for free. So I'm going to go to pdfdrive.com. I'm going to go to pdfdrive.com. And I'm going to copy and paste this. Forbidden U.S. history. Forbidden American history. Forbidden American history. I know it's by this guy named Daniel Lowy or something like that. Okay, I gotta go back and copy and paste it, cause I don't see this hoe. The Forbidden History. Here we go. The Forbidden History of the Americas. Copy and paste this. Go to PDF Drive. Beware of propaganda. If this was propaganda, then this would be mainstream. If it was propaganda, it would have been mainstream. But it is not mainstream. Here we go. This is Forbidden Archaeology. Where did I find this book? I don't see it. And here it is. The Forbidden Histories of America. Download. PDF Drive and Internet Archives. I use both of them. I also use Library Genesis. So we're going to wait for it to finish downloading. Drag it up here. Boom. Here we go. Here we go. That's how you get the book. That's how you get the book. So what's in this book? Table of contents. Skip all this bullshit because it's bullshit. More bullshit. 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 Okay, I gotta go back to the table of contents. Because those are not the real Indians. Those are Asians. Those are Chino slaves. Okay, it says in this book, it says the ancient cultures of America. What's that? We got the... What we got? What else we got? Who is Buddha? What is in the words? The pomegranate and the Montezuma. We got the Seal of Solomon kicking off. We got the 9 Commandments and the Laws Lunas. Decalon Stone. We got clamshells. We got the Artifact Jeopardy, the Manifest Dynasty. We got the Michigan Collection, the Michigan Tablets, the Michigan Copper Artifacts, the Michigan Stone Artifacts, the Mississippi Valley Mound Builders. We got a lot of stuff popping off in this book. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I wanted to find in this book, okay, is it... Where's the search? Can I search? I cannot search from this. Can I search? Where can I search? I can't search from this. Okay, I guess I gotta click find, right? So up here, I would type bone. I'm gonna type the word bone, and it should bring me to everything that's talking about bones. Bones and extradermis, bone fragments. And it says, here we go. Yeah, I'll tell you, this is how I research. This is how I research. I'm just showing you how I research. So, like, once I download the book, right, and I'm looking for the oldest bones found in America, this is what I find. It says, in 1958, Dr. Johannes or whatever, of the Museum, that's a freaking German word, of the Museum of Natural History of Basel, Switzerland, unearthed, and it says unearthed a jawbone, a human jawbone of the depth of 600 feet in a coal mine, and it's talking about Italy. And it said the bone had belonged to a child between the ages of 5 and 7. Though flattened like a sheet of iron, the jaw was declared by several experts to be not only human, but modern looking at that. Wait a minute, that's older than Lucy, ain't it? What they about to get into. It says, looking at that, but, well, let's skip on down. It says, let's skip on down. It says, the geologically dated at 20 million years old. It says this bone was dated to be 20 million years old. Again, how old is Lucy? And we're talking about Italy now. How old is Lucy? How old is Lucy? Lucy is dated to be 3.2 million years old. And remember, this is the bone that they're basing all humans from. This is the Eve gene that the black woman love talking about. And you don't realize that's a freaking monkey bone. The Eve gene is not a monkey. But it says 3.2 million year old fossil skeleton of a human ancestor was discovered in 1974, Hadar, Ethiopia. Now let's look at Lucy. Lucy Bones. Let's look at her. What do they say she look like? What she look like? There's her school. Hey, son. Oh, so is that, they said this is a human. Do that look like a human to you? Who is that? They said this is the Eve gene. I know, black woman, I know you ain't saying this is your mama. Woo wee, she look good because shoot, that's probably who you came from. But it says the unearthed human jawbone estimated to be 20 million years old. That predates Lucy. And we talking Italy now. We talking Italy. Why are they hiding evidence of old bones in Italy? That's crazy, right? So not only are they hiding information about America, but they hiding other information about other parts of the world. If it didn't come out of Africa, they don't want to acknowledge it. Why? It's because white people was created in North Africa. That's why. That's good that you teach your kids it's a false teaching. That's good. But that's the reason they base it, because that's their DNA. That's what they say their origins come from. So they pinpoint it to North Africa. And then they try to include black people with it. So if you get the book, to show you that I'm not playing. If you get this book right here that debates Darwin, what is it? Darwinism. If you get this book right here, I got this book from the Internet Archives. I was diving into the Islam history, and I stumble upon a Islamic scientist or whatever, and he was challenging Darwin, and he wrote a book. I said, "Yo, let me see what Darwin's opponent is saying." So I was like, "Okay, let me check it out." It says the real ideological root of terrorism, Darwinism, and materialism. It says most people think that the theory of evolution was first proposed by Charles Darwin and rests in scientific evidence, observation, experiments. However, the truth is that Darwin was not his originator, and neither does the theory rest on scientific proof. The theory consists of adaptation to nature from an ancient dogma of a materialist philosophy. So this Islamic guy is dropping jewels and say, hey, Darwin got it for somebody else. But the scientific world pushing it off as this was a Darwinistic thing, but it actually comes from materialism. I'm going to have to look into that more. All right. And maybe this can be your homework too. But it says,
No, sir.
it says, although it is not backed up by scientific discoveries, the theory is blindly supported in the name of materialist philosophy. So they telling you Darwinism is materialism and materialism is philosophy. So all of it is philosophy. And philosophy is just ideals and sayings of man. All right. Go down. It says the Darwinist lie. Life is conflict. Darwin set out with one basic deception when developing his theory. The development of living things depend on the fight for survival. The strong win and the strong win the struggle. The weak is condemned to defeat and oblivion. So you get what they saying? You get what he's saying? He's saying since you're weak, you're going to face extinction. But, again, who puts on sunscreen? Who can survive in the sun? So you got nature going against you, Mr. Darwin. So you cannot talk about superiority when nature don't even promote you, my brother. Nature don't even support you. Right? Right? Hold on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Nature doesn't even support you. So when you say the strong win the strong win the struggle, y'all didn't even win the Indian War. Y'all threw in the white towel and retreated back to your colonies and slowly took took the land, slowly took the land with penmanship and treaties. That's the only way y'all did it. Y'all did not fight the Indians. I mean, well, you fought them, but you did not win like you say you did. Y'all never won no war, period. You only picked on poor countries that didn't even have weapons to defend themselves. So just being real, there's nothing great about y'all. Like serious. Y'all may be smart. Y'all may play it the smart way, but there's nothing great about y'all. Seriously, y'all literally take the pussy way out of a lot of stuff, and that pussy way helped y'all win a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie about it. But y'all ain't got no hands though. But it says furthermore, Darwin proposed that the fight for survival also applied between human and racial groups. Whoa, so. This is where race come from, my people. They fought Indians. The natives submitted to them. The natives joined the parties. So, I mean, even the term native literally means you're just born in the country. But I guess we could talk about the organization community, because that's not a nationality. Native Americans, that's not a nationality. It's a corporate entity. It's a corporate organization. Just like indigenous community, it's a corporate organization. It's not a nationality. There was no person called the tribe of Native Americans, the tribe of indigenous. There had to be a one person that was called that to spawn the whole tribe. You know what I'm saying? Just like the 12 tribes of Israel. That was Jacob. And Jacob created the 12 tribes of Israel. You get what I'm saying? Each one of his kids was the tribal names. You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at it in the same way as other tribal people of the world. There was no tribe called Native American or indigenous or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's corporate entities. You know what I'm saying? But let's go. Common sense ain't coming no more. But it says, according to the fantastical claim, favorite races. Wait a minute. This starting to sound. Boy, please. He said the pseudo. Guys, he said the pseudo is strong here. We're reading a book about Charles Darwin and his beliefs. How is that pseudo? Scientists don't deem Charles Darwin as pseudo. See how he just coming in, just talking, don't know shit? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Get your ass out of here. But it says, according to the fantastical claim, favorite races were victorious in the struggle. Favorite races in Darwin's view were... Who was Charles Darwin's favorite? Even though y'all wasn't this, because those were black people. Europa was a black queen. Europa, she was a black queen. She started the Europeans. Y'all was domesticated and you adapted it. But let's go. And she was not African. But she was the original. She was the original European. All right. But he said his favorite was that. So therefore, they was victorious, even though they cheated. But it said they cheated. But it says African and Asians had it says the African and the let me not say that. The African and the races had lagged behind in the struggle for survival. How did they lag behind? You cheated. You cheated. You used treaties and shit. You treated. And you broke the treaties. You didn't fight nobody. You didn't fight nobody. You used semantics. You used trickery. You cheated. You cheated. But anyways, like I said, because y'all don't got hands. You don't got hands. So I don't know how you lag. I don't know how we lag behind. I really don't know. But it says lag behind the struggle for survival. It says Darwin went further and suggested that these races would soon lose the struggle for survival entirely and thus disappear. How? How will we disappear? How will we disappear? It says, at some future not very distant in the measured centuries, the civilized races of man, who is the civilized races? It says, will almost certainly I can't say that word, but y'all see it. The reason I can't say the word is because of community guidelines. And replace the savage, I can't say that along with that word because community guidelines. Throughout the world. It says, at some time, the anthropomorphous apes will no doubt be. So you see what he's saying, right? He's calling one people civilized, and he calling another people this. Wasn't the Indians called that too? And who was the Indians? All right, but let's go. It says the break between man and his nearest allies will be wilder. It says for the intervene between man and more civilized state, as we may hope, even the Caucasians in some, y'all see? It says as low as the instead of as now between the and the woo and the gorilla. You see what he comparing us to? Now all of y'all with this out-of-African theory. I'm gonna have to take a shot for that. I'm gonna have to take a shot. For the Pan-Africans, I'm gonna have to take a shot because y'all wildin', bro. Nah, I gotta take a third shot. He said double shot. I gotta take a third shot. All of y'all that preach that out-of-African theory, please slap your face. Slap yourself. Slap yourself. Because that's what you're calling us. That's what you're calling us. That's what you're calling us. Please slap yourselves. Please slap yourselves. Please do it. Say I was wrong. I was tripping. Because that's who the Pan-African thing came out. But this is the reason why Charles Darwin. I gotta take a shot. I gotta take another shot because this guy right here is the reason the Illuminati do what they do. He is the reason the Illuminati do what they do. Let me take a shot for this one. I'm putting y'all on game. I'm teaching y'all this stuff so y'all can name these people. Instead of saying the word they did this. I want y'all to start saying their names. Thomas Robert Malthus, Charles Darwin, Alfred Wegener, blah, 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 blah. Stop saying they. We need to point the fingers to them and their families. I got to take a shot for everything. I told you the live ain't going to be hot without my crown. It ain't going to be hot without my crown. We kings in here. We got to drink the crown. When we start speaking knowledge, we got to have a bottle of crown, my people. That crown, we got to start talking like kings, bro. Kings and queens. We got to start talking like that. We got to have a shot of crown. All right? But it says Darwin's source of inspiration. Malthus' theory of ruthlessness. Right? It says Darwin's source of inspiration. Hold on. Darwin's source of inspiration. The same guy that called us those primate names. Darwin's source of inspiration on this subject was the British economist, Thomas Malthus' book, an essay on the principle of population. Now we're diving into depopulation. Depopulation. What was the purpose of depopulation? Who did it came from? I'll point my finger. Y'all know, y'all see it. Make your content. Do your research. Make your content. I want to see this shit on TikTok. The purpose of eugenics. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. Somebody know it. See, that makes me happy. It's my own people too. Somebody know it. I want to see this guy face on TikTok. To show y'all been actually doing y'all research into this shit, man. Show that the world that we are intellectual beings, bro. We know what y'all doing. We know who y'all got your theories from, man. Population control, facts, eugenics. We tapping into eugenics. We tapping into Margaret Sanger. We tapping into Margaret Sanger. We tapping into Planned Parenthood. But we need to know where the Planned Parenthood got their beliefs from. See how we just went down a rabbit hole? We was talking about out of Africa theory. Then we went to Darwin. Now we on Thomas Malthus. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. That's crazy. I told you, the shit get deep, bro. It get real deep. Yes, sir. Mainly the N-words. This is really the principle of population is to remove the N-word. All other nationalities, they ain't really talking about y'all. Because again, Darwin got his inspiration from Thomas Malthus. Thomas Malthus, he was a racist too. So the population they wanted to get rid of, I'm not going to say. But it says, an essay on the principle of population left to their own devices. Malthus calculated that the human population increased rapidly. In his view, the main influences that kept the population under control were disasters such as war. Wait a minute, now we tapping into propaganda. Operation Mockingbird, Operation Paperclip. We tapping into propaganda. We tapping into propaganda. What kept the populations in check? Disasters such as war. Disasters such as war, famine, and disease. How was disease created? Who creating the disease? Who creating the disasters? Y'all, we just now found out about the weather machines, chemtrailing. All this stuff is propaganda. All for the sake of this clown. They doing it because he said it. All because of him. There's more acres in the world than the population, than the current population in this world. The whole Earth population can literally fit in the city of San Francisco. The Earth's population can literally fit in the city of San Francisco. The Earth's population can literally fit in the state of Texas. That's showing you right there that we are not in a population crisis. It says, in short, according to the brutal claim, some people had to, for others to live. Existence came to mean permanent war. Yes, you can get on the site on your phone. If y'all want to know this book, again, you could download this book for yourself. This is an opposition against Charles Darwin. It's called The Evolution Deceit, the scientific collapse of Darwinism and its ideological background, by Haran Yaha, or whatever. However you say this shit in Arabic, or whatever. Evolution Deceit. You could download this book on the Internet Archives. I think. I will. Let me check just to make sure. Internet Archives. I'm giving y'all my sources now. I'm trying to help y'all out. The Evolution Deceit. The Evolution. Dang it. The Evolution deceit. Let's see. Will it pop up? Is it on here? Come on now. What the frick is this? Oh, I see what I did there. I see what I did. Okay, I see what's going on. Go back to the Internet Archives. What's up? How you doing? Excuse me. That was the chili. Let's see. Did I even spell that right? Yeah, I did spell that right. If it's not on the Internet Archives, the evolution of deceit, why did all this shit pop up? If it's not on the Internet, oh, there it is. Yes, it is. It's on Internet Archives. There it is. The evolution of deceit. You can download this book on the Internet Archives. The evolution deceit. My bad. Not the evolution of deceit. It's the evolution deceit. You can download this same book on the Internet Archives. It breaks down Darwinism. It tells you about Mattheism. All this stuff. Just skip over the religious stuff. Skip over all the religious stuff. When you see stuff about Allah, God, stuff like, skip all that. Just get to the meat, where it started talking about Darwinism and how he breaking it down, showing that it has fallacies, stuff like that. And it even gets into this guy. This one, it gets crazy. It even gets into that guy over there. I had to do it real quick because he not even supposed to be shown on live. But that guy over there that's pointing, that guy over there, it talks about where he got his inspiration from. And his book. That's German. That's all I'm going to show you because I don't want to get taken down. Because they do not tolerate that guy worth anything on TikTok. As soon as you say his name, they taking you down. They skipping all over your chances. They're gonna ban you. They not playing with you about him. Yeah, this book actually goes farther back than Darwin. It tells you where Darwin got his. Like, all this stuff was stolen. Seriously, all this stuff was stolen. Mattheism. All right, we skip on down. We still continue with Mattheism. It says, the article, it tells you where he got this source from. It says the scientific background of that race purification program. All right, let's go down. Because that word can't even be shown. Let me just zoom in. Dang it. It says in the opening half of the 19th century throughout Europe, members of the ruling classes gathered to discuss the newly discovered population problem, to devise ways of implementing the Mattheism mandate. Mattheism mandate. Let me type that in on Google. Let me see what Google pull up about that. The Mattheism. We got Darwinism. We got Mattheism, and he was just an English cleric. Mattheism. He wasn't even no guy that studied freaking numbers and population and none of that shit. This is just, bro. Wise people that's not even in the field. Why is their theories being taken that's not even in the field? You're not in the field of population, studying population, human population and stuff. You're a freaking English cleric, or whatever. Bro, what? You had to be down in masonry. Real talk. For them to take your ideology, you had to be down in masonry. All right. So what that book said,
It says, what is it? Mattheism mandate. The Mattheism mandate. So it was a mandate, bro. It was a mandate. Mathis argue that two types of checks hold population within resource limits: the positive checks, which raise the raise the death rate, and preventive ones, which lower birth rates. The positive checks include hunger, disease, and war. The preventive checks, birth control. Birth control. Hold on. I don't even want to read what Google say. I want to read what freaking the Internet Archive say. Cause Google, your toilet tissue. Your toilet tissue when it comes down to knowledge. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste that same thing here, and I'm gonna click search text contents. Cause I know there ain't gonna be no book called Mattheism Mandate. Shh. Oh, some Arab stuff popping up. Why is there Arab stuff popping up? Shit. Okay, man, there's a lot of stuff on Mattheism. There's a lot of stuff on Mattheism. The 100 years of the state pensions. Mathis Thompson. Painless childbirth. Wait a minute. Hold on. I stumbled upon something. What year is this? 1880. Before Planned Parenthood. Hold on. Let me go back. What this say? I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna read it tonight. The childless. It says the childless. I think they say childless. Oh, the painless. It says the painless childbirth, a book for women. The painless childbirth, a book for women containing practical rules how the pains and yada 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 dangers of childbirth may be effectually avoided. 1880. Mandate Mattheism. Mattheism is in here. Why is Mattheism in here? Will set up a claim for the pains and peril of the childbirth. But he's a freaking English clerk. Bro, this dude studies English. Why are you in here? I'm checking out. It says perhaps the set up the claim for the pains and perils of childbirth are necessary to constitute a check upon overpopulation. And that's the case in wood. Period of being the 6,000 years. Proven failure is about the time to plan and development. Bro, what the fuck? It's very evident that all women do not experience the same degree of suffering. Travelers tell us that females of an uncivilized nation suffers less childbirth than those of civilized. I'm gonna download this. Let me download this. I'm gonna read this on my own time. Download. Whoa, what you doing? No, that's Forbidden Histories. What if? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna read this on my own time. Yes, sir. At least look at the contents. Oh, it's still loading. Yes, sir. I'm gonna read this on my own time. All right. Somebody trying to get on. Interesting. That was interesting.
Hi, sir.
What's up, Courage?
What's the name of that book again that you're scrolling through? Forbidden History of America.
The one I just had.
Yes.
The one I just had up
Yeah.
that I downloaded.
Yes.
Shit, let me go find it. It was called. Let me go to my downloads. It's not right there.
Seems pretty
I could
interesting.
have sworn I just downloaded it. I thought I just downloaded it.
Hmm.
Downloads. Okay, go to histories.
Managed to find it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
What's the book about? Sounds interesting. Looks very interesting too. The cover and everything.
I just stumbled across this. So all it says is the name of the book is
The
called "The
book of.
Painless Childbirth," a book for women containing practical rules on how pains and perils that the difficulties and dangers of childbirth may be effectually avoided.
Ah, it's very interesting. Written by John Dye, MD. Oh, medical doctor. Oh, what does MD stand for? Medical
I think
doctor.
medical doctor probably. I don't know.
Buffalo, New York. Oh, it's very
Or a
interesting.
master degree? Nah, probably not. I don't know. Maybe not
I
say
think it's.
something stupid.
Yeah. Okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah, just stumbled across that while I'm sitting up here looking for stuff about Mattheism. I wonder. It's
Matthias.
crazy that Mattheism popped up in there about overpopulation.
Oh, okay. I think he was a priest. The monk.
Excuse me, what you say? I couldn't hear you. Somebody said it means medical doctor. Can you let a screenshot? This part is blocked off, but it says painless childbirth. It says painless childbirth. If y'all trying to get it, a book for women. It's made in
Uh,
is it was public. It was produced in 1880. There you go.
1880. Okay. Oh, must be a very. That is a very old book. The doctor is probably dust by now, but his work lives on. It's interesting that we can find works of doctors from history still available on the internet.
Yep. You go to Internet Archives to download it. Oh, let me see if I can find a front page for it inside, so people can get it. How to zoom out on this? There it is. Here we go. Y'all can go and get the screenshot of this
Oh,
book.
practical rules on how pain and peril, difficulties, danger.
And peace.
This guy was
Peace.
well. He was really a visionary. This doctor here, how to make childbirth effectively avoided and painless as possible. Interesting.
Yep. But what I'm trying to see is it like dealing with Mattheism? Um, because for some reason that popped up.
Mm.
But is there anything else you want to share to the live before I continue?
No, thank you. That was all. Thank you for showing me the name of the book.
You're welcome.
Have a yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right. All right, continuing from this, it says the population problem and devised ways of implementing the Matthewism, or whatever, that's how I'm gonna say it, mandate to increase the mortality rate of the poor. Is not the black woman? Don't she have the highest mortality rate? Literally. So y'all thinking this is some genetic shit that's passed down. No, it's not. This shit is artificial. They doing this to y'all on purpose for the sake of Mattheism to control the population of the black people. You know Charles Darwin, he got inspiration from this, and you know Margaret Sanger, her whole agenda of Planned Parenthood was, y'all know. So y'all wondering why your mortality rate is at at an all-time high. It said instead of recommending cleanliness to the poor,
This is what he said. Instead of recommending cleanliness to the poor, we should encourage contrary habits. In our towns, we should make the streets narrower, crowd more people into the houses, and court the return of the plague. In the country, we should build our villages near stagnant pools, particularly encourage settlements in all marshy and wholesome situations, and so forth on. Let's crowd the hood. And let's return the plague to those crowded places. The reason of that word is illegal now because it backfired. We all know it by now. It backfired because we all know the birth rate of certain people has decreased and the mortality rate has increased. So we stopping it because they found out it was that those women was, I'm not going to say their race, but it was those women was doing it more than the black woman. So they had to stop it for the sake of Mattheism. But remember, Darwin said, what did Darwin say? Darwin's word is backfiring on him. Thank you for bringing that up. Darwin's word is backfiring on him because he said survival of the fittest. He said a more civilized people was going to survive. And he said it was going to be them. So since Darwin's words is falling apart, hey, we got to chill out. We got to stop the eugenics. We got to stop all this because our own women is turning against us and they're trying to eliminate us. So we got to stop that. We see what's going on. It's true. Now here's Darwin's racism. This is the last thing I'm going to bring out before I get off this live. It says one of the most important yet least known aspects of Darwin is his racism. Everybody knows. Well, sadly, the black community do not, because they believe the out of Africa theory. But it says Darwin regarded white Europeans as more advanced than, I'm not going to say the rest, community guidelines. While Darwin presumed that man evolved from, I'm not going to say it, community guidelines, he surmised that some races develop more, not going to say that, community guidelines, and that the latter still bore that. In his book, The Descent of Man, which he published after the origin of species, he boldly commented on the greater differences between men and distant races. In his book, Darwin held blacks and Australian Aborigines to be equal to, I'm not saying that, community guidelines, and then inferred that these would be done away with by the civilized in time. He said at some future period, not very distant as measured by centuries, he basically said very soon, they show you that they trying to eliminate us. The civilized races of men will almost certainly blah 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 and blah 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 throughout the world. All right. At the same time, the anthropomorphous apes will no doubt be blah blah blah. The break between man and his nearest allies will then be wider, for it will intervene in a more civilized state as we may hope. Even then, the Caucasian and some blah 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 as blah 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 instead of as now between the blah 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 Australian and blah blah blah. That is Darwin's words. That is what he said. And those of y'all that believe in the out of African theory, again, slap yourself in the face. slap yourself in the face. Because that is the words of Darwin. That is the words of the Ada-African theory. That is the words of Pangea. That is the words of Mattheism. That is the words of your downfall. Y'all blindly believe these theories without investigating the base of it. It's crazy. Woo-wee. I'm going to post this page. I'm going to post this whole page on my Instagram so y'all can go see. Y'all will have to click the link in the bio. Y'all will have to click the link in my bio to go to my Instagram because I'm going to post this. As soon as I get off live, I'm going to post this. Also, follow my YouTube. The link is in the bio. I post the most sensitive stuff on YouTube. The things that I can get away with on YouTube, I cannot get away with on TikTok. But I post more sensitive stuff on there. I still got it at a safe level on YouTube. But still follow it. Just click the link in my bio. Follow me on YouTube. I'm telling you. Because I'm going to start producing hour-long lessons. And I'm also going to upload I'm also going to upload this live on YouTube. And I'm also going to upload the live that I had shut down before this live on YouTube too. So y'all can watch this whole thing if you wish. So y'all can get all the little screenshots or sources that you want to use for your own content on TikTok or whatever you want to go. But I will post this on there. So, yeah. I don't have any guests that wanted to get on. I'm at 6%. So I got a little bit more time. If y'all want to get on for the last little 6% that I got, come on, get on. Well, 5%. The little 5% I got. Let me put my charger. Let me plug in my charger. Oh, it's flashing. So my phone is hot. It's hot as hell. So it's not going to charge. It gets hot when I start talking a lot of... My bad. I intervened. You said I invented my own language to override all algorithm. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I say blah, 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 or... It's a shame I got to talk like that. It's really a shame so I can avoid community guidelines. That's what I had to do, but that's why I zoomed in on the word so you could see yourself. So you can, you know what I'm saying, say it yourself. But that's how it is. For those of y'all that missed this live, again, I'm telling y'all, follow my YouTube. Go to the link in my bio, follow my YouTube, subscribe. I'm going to post the same live on my YouTube. That's what I do all the time. That's what I do. But like I said, it's a shame we got to talk like that. Now, certain other races, they can get away with it. But us as a people, TikTok holds black people to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? They hold us to a higher standard. So we got to be on our best behavior. We can't say certain trigger words. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave. Teach us more. No, what? 4? I only got 4% left, man. 4% left. And those of y'all that think I'm racist, no, I'm not racist. I can't be racist. I don't control your life. I don't control any aspect of you. You are free to leave the life whenever you want to. I can't control anything you do. Racism was when you control somebody's life, every aspect of their life, control their living, to promote another group of people, to help another group of people. One group of people's downfall is another group of people's blessing. That is true racism. That's what we see in society today. What I produce is nothing but truth, nothing but sources, nothing but books, and it hurts people's feelings. I am not a sympathizer. I don't sympathize with your feelings. I only tell the truth, and that's it. If you want to dox me, it don't do nothing because I don't have a freaking job. So you're just gonna find out my name and freaking that's it. That's it. But I don't have a freaking job. I am self-employed. If you want to know that. How I make my money, I stream. I generate at least a good $4,000 a month from streaming for my gaming channel. I mean, that's how I make my money off Twitch. and other places. But other than that, no, I don't have to work. It's cheap where I live at. Rent ain't nothing but like $900. So I'm straight. $4,000 a month for just Twitch streaming video games. But this is what I do on the side. I teach knowledge and understanding. I hope to get funding from YouTube and TikTok doing the same thing, so I can increase my monthly funding compared to what I do on Twitch. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I'm going to post this live on YouTube. If you wish to go to my YouTube, again, click the link in the bio. Thank y'all for following. Love y'all. Be safe.